A mystic is someone who seeks to unravel the mysteries of life, moving toward the unknown and exploring new territories. And this is how the life of every child begins, with wonder, awe, and many questions in their heart. Every child is a mystic. Later, at some point, within the so-called process of growing up, you lose touch with your inner potential to be a mystic and become an entity embedded in society. You start to think you are this other thing. The mind can only exist in society. It is a social phenomenon because it depends on the presence of others. You cannot feel anger when you are alone, or if you do, you will feel foolish. I am striving here to dismantle your erroneous notions about yourself and to release the mysticism within you. First, I need to say that meditation is not conditioning because it is not a doctrine. Meditation means having no creed. If you teach a child to meditate, it will not be indoctrination. You are not telling them they must believe in anything. You are merely inviting them to experience non-thinking. Non-thinking is not a doctrine. It is an experience. In our society, silence brings no rewards. Words pay. That is why the more articulate you are, the more you earn. Leaders and politicians are very articulate people. They know how to use words meaningfully, in ways that impress others. Certain minds operate permanently as though conducting business. In all dimensions of their lives, such people are business-minded. I do not speak to these people, but rather to those willing to gamble, to those who can risk everything for nothing. Meditation is life, not a means of livelihood. It has nothing to do with what you do, but everything to do with who you are. In the West, people have achieved the abundance that humanity has sought for centuries. On the material, external plane, everything is available, but contact with the inner self has been lost. Meditation is a leap from the mind to the heart, and ultimately from the heart to the being. You go deeper and deeper to where calculations must be left behind, where logic becomes irrelevant. The chatter of the mind is our education, and it is fundamentally flawed because it teaches you only half the process, how to use the mind. It does not teach you how to stop it so you can relax. There is a way out. It is called meditation. It is possible to install a switch in the mind and turn it off when it is unnecessary. This helps in two ways. It will bring you peace and silence you have never known before, and it will provide a self-knowledge that the chatter of the mind has always kept out of reach. The mind has always kept you busy. Moreover, it will bring rest to the mind itself. If we can give the mind rest, it can become more efficient. Give your mind a rest. It needs it. And it is so simple. Just step aside and become a witness. Slowly, gradually, the mind will learn to be silent. Once the mind has learned that silence strengthens it, your words will no longer be mere words. They will carry value, richness, and a quality they never had before. They will be direct, like an arrow. They will transcend the barriers of logic and go straight to the heart. At that moment, the mind will be a good servant with immense power in the hands of silence. At that moment, the being will be the master, and the master can use the mind when needed and turn it off when not. You can leave the world around you, flee to the mountains, but you cannot leave your mind behind. The mind will go with you. It is within you. Wherever you are, this same mind will create the same kind of world around you. Meditation is the dissolution of the ego, the dissolution of your entity, merging into the whole, completely forgetting that you are something separate. Buddha called his meditation right remembrance. We are one with the whole. Even if we think we are separate from it, we cannot separate ourselves just because we think we are separate. In those rare moments when you set aside your ego, your personality, your mind-body complex, and become merely an observer, a witness, a consciousness, you will discover meditation. With it, you will feel a great contentment coming from all directions, from all dimensions. All your inner emptiness will instantly be filled. It will become a lake of contentment. Those who reach the emptiness of meditation immediately realize they have also attained the fullness of God. The emptiness of self is the fullness of God. You become nothing, and suddenly, a great fullness descends upon you. You are overflowing, filled with God. By becoming empty, you become spacious. You become a host for the great visitor. Be alone with yourself. Dive deeper and deeper into your being. Delight in yourself. Gradually, you will notice a great joy growing without any external cause. This is your own being, your own blossoming. Sitting in silence, doing nothing, spring will come, and the grass will grow by itself. You will see this great joy growing within you without any reason. Share this joy. Spread it to those around you. What we know as charisma is simply a mind that knows how to relax and gather energy. So when it speaks, it is pure poetry. It is divine. When it speaks, there is no need to provide evidence or demonstrate logic. Its very energy is enough to influence people. By silencing the mind and using it only when necessary, it becomes present with immense strength. It gathers so much energy that every word it utters goes straight to the heart. People think charismatic minds are hypnotic, but this is not true. What they possess is power, freshness. For them, it is always spring. When alone in silence, the mind has no use. It cannot function. And when the mind cannot function, it may become anxious and restless. It needs to function, to have someone to communicate with. The mind may feel it is wasting time, and this can generate anxiety. In ancient times, in the old world, especially in the East, there was no awareness of time. That is why clocks were not invented in the East. In the West, it is believed there is only one life, the first and the last. If you die, you have no more time. That is why there is so much haste in the West. Everyone rushes because life is slipping away. With each moment, your remaining time diminishes. Time is passing and you are dying. So many desires to fulfill, and so little time to fulfill them. This naturally creates anxiety. In the East, on the other hand, it has always been believed in eternity. Thus, time does not matter. There is no rush, because you will pass through here many times. This is neither the first nor the last life, just another in a long chain, and you are always in the middle, as there is no beginning and no end. In the East, time is a circular concept, like the seasons moving in a circle. The earth moves in a circle. The sun moves in a circle. The stars move in a circle. And so does life. All movement is circular, and time cannot be an exception. The linear concept of a single life can create anxiety. That is why, when you are silent and alone, you feel worried. You believe time is being wasted. And this time cannot be recovered because in the West, it is taught that time is money. Westerners come to me and say, "We're leaving this afternoon, so tell us the secret. Show us how we can become silent." They think according to the categories they have learned, like instant coffee. That is why they believe there must be an instant meditation, some secret I can share that will solve the issue. But there is no secret. It is a long effort requiring much patience. And the more hurried you are, the longer it will take. Remember this. If you are not in a hurry, it can happen now. This state of mind makes you worthy of this immense contentment, and everything becomes simply fine. When you are not in a hurry, your mind possesses the right quality. Silence is there. Proceed slowly with patience. Gradually, the mind will tire of you, of not being heard. When this happens, you will slowly discover a new life force within you that has always been present, but you were too busy to notice, too busy to feel. If you are running, You cannot feel anything because you are preoccupied and tense. You must learn to assimilate the spirit of meditation. It does not matter how long it will take or what the price will be. You must be ready. Once you are ready, it will not be difficult. When you are no longer going anywhere, you will feel it. Do not rush, for the goal is not somewhere else, but within you.